Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Find Your Joy, and I'm Joy. You found me. Y'all, let's talk granny squares. Let's talk card decks. Now, this summer, or maybe fall, I'm not sure. It was a while ago, but I ordered the Granny Square card deck, 50 mix and match designs. So I ordered this from Temu. You know, it claimed it was by Claire Montgomery. And I got the book, and I hadn't looked at other numbers compared to the cards. I just knew there were 50 different squares in a box, and on each card was a picture of the square and the how-to on the back. That was the back of a different one. There was two stuck together there. But I decided this was going to be the year I was going to do the granny squares from the Granny Square card deck on my channel. So I packed up some cotton yarn, and I packed up my box of squares and took it with me up on vacation. And I made that first square while I was up there, and it's gorgeous. It's way bigger than 4 inches, which I think is what they were supposed to be. I'm not sure, but it's gorgeous, and I'm going to continue making squares from this counterfeit box of granny squares. But because I found out that that was counterfeit, did not know it when I ordered it, I ordered the real Granny Square card deck by Claire Montgomery. Let's look at some differences between the real box and the counterfeit box. All right, so let's start with the cover. The real one, the Granny Square pictures are larger and more vibrant. The colors are more vibrant than this one. I mean, it has the same squares, right? They're just blown up differently for different sizes. This original box is slightly taller than the counterfeit box by the square size, but by height, this one is twice as big as the counterfeit one. Oh my gosh, I just found a typo on this. All right, so the Granny Square card deck booklet. This is honestly the first time that I have seen this. The Granny Square card deck booklet. It's a booklet. That is a D, not a B. Right there. This is a booklet. Dang. And I was pretty proud because I was like, oh, this is all, you know, they just took it and copied it. Because someone had said something about typos on it. So I was like, it's going to be her name. They've spelled her name wrong. Nope. I went online. Every letter is correct on her name. All right, so let's talk about what's in the boxes. I can't believe I didn't notice that before. The booklet. All right, so this is obviously a thicker box. And let's see why. All right, we've got, let's take the booklets out and just grab a card. It's not the same number, but I know number 1 in the Granny Counterfeit one is not the basic square. All right, so Counterfeit. Pretty flimsy. Real one. A lot thicker, a lot sturdier. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on here, but this is very thin, and this has got a more cardboardy feel to it. There are 50 cards in each box. The user guide on the real box is not as thick as the fake one. Or yeah, the fake one. This is Counterfeit. This is the real one. The Counterfeit book, each pattern has the breakdown of the squares by row, all the stitches, what it's supposed to look like, and the chart. All right, so this is card number 1 in the Counterfeit one, the Aegean square. All right, and it has all 50 have their square, their chart, and their patterns in here. And in the front of it, it has the forward. I'm going to have to compare it. If this one has an introduction about the squares. This one has a forward contents. It's got a picture of all the squares. Forward. Materials. But y'all, look how small this print is. All right, accessories. Let's see if any of these are the same on the inside, because it doesn't. I don't think any of that is the same. How to read a pattern, how to read a chart, skill levels, matching the size of squares, basic stitches. In the real one, introduction, about the squares. This one says finished size 4 inches. Let's see, the sample square in the book worked in sport weight yarn with a 3mm hook, are generally 3.5 inches for 80 stitch squares, or 6.75 inches for 112 stitch squares. I don't know, that I'm struggling to read that small print. This one is saying all of the squares should be the same. This one is going to have 2 different size squares, or maybe more if I could actually read. No, that's just when work in different yarns, they have different measurements. All right, so basic stitches about the squares, stitch chart symbols, how to read the stitch chart. So this one doesn't have a pattern for each square, but it does have pretty clear instructions on how to read the charts. And there are some patterns in here because for some reason they are a little more special. They have some extra, I'm not sure why. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 of the squares have the patterns written down in here, whereas this one has all 50. Make sure we put the books back in the right one. Okay, so last week in December I started by picking a random card out of the deck for week 1, and I chose number 19, the April square. There's the pattern, or the chart, and so we have the square and how it's supposed to look. I think I did pretty good on that one. And then I decided to do the same number, so number 19 from the flower deck. And that one is number 19, the water lily. And pardon the line on here when I was scanning it at the scanner so I could make it bigger so I could read it. A piece of paper got stuck in my scanner, so there's a line going through a lot of the pictures. But here is my square for this one. And then Tuesday, the original box was delivered early because my Walmart app said it was going to be delivered on Friday. So I was super excited that I got it. And I know I said when I was closing off my video to go to bed, to not, excuse me, work on that pattern. Do you think I was able to go to bed that night and not do the granny square out of the original card? Look. All right, so I went ahead and pulled out number 19, which is the granny circle to square. And I actually made two of these with two different size hooks. So the first one, I used, I believe, a 5.5 millimeter hook to make this, and it didn't even come close to this one, but I used acrylic worsted weight for mine, and I'm pretty sure that the ones in the pattern in the box Claire made with DK weight and a 4 millimeter hook. So I have a bigger hook and a bigger yarn. I am so sorry. Must be like after 1 or something. All right. So these are, okay, so I did the first one. And honestly, I'm trying to figure out which one, because I sized down my hook and it did not make much of a difference on this square. A little bit, but not a whole heck of a lot. So here are my week 1 squares for my card decks crochet series. Counterfeit, original, and flower deck. So that is card number 19 out of all 3 boxes. So this week, because Amy over at Hooked on Wishing Crochet also decided to do the Granny Square card deck, she has the flower deck for sure. That's what she started working on. And her first random card that she pulled out of her deck was number 42, which isn't that the answer to everything? So 42 is the, oh, don't go, you were just open. Okay, here we go. 42 is the azalea. So I am going to do 42 this week to do the ones that Amy did, but I also pulled out the cards numbered 42 out of the counterfeit fake deck, and that one is the Alchemy Garden Square. And that one looks like there's a lot to it. That's a lot. But I'm going to do it. I apologize. Oh my gosh. I gotta go to bed. Okay, so Alchemy Garden Square, azalea, and from the real book, the African flower. And this chart looks like it's a lot easier than this one. It does a special loop, which is a back loop only. I'm not sure where. Note, long single crochet stitches in round 4 are worked into unworked chain spaces from round 2, working over the single crochet from round 3. Okay. So it looks like the middle right here. So this one is going to go down to an unmarked or an unworked chain in round 2. So it looks like this is round 1, round 2, and then it looks like those fans are 3. The outside border of the flower is 4, and then the pink is 5 to make it into a square. All right, if anyone wants to join me, woo, just throw your cards on the floor. We'll get them later. We are doing number 42 on all 3 of the card decks. So azalea, African flower, and alchemy garden square. So all I need to do now is pick out the colors for these. The azalea has 3 colors. Alchemy garden has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hi, sir. Get off the keyboard. Don't mess with the. Let's see. Green, light pink, pink. And it looks like 2 purples. So dark purple, light purple, dark pink, light pink, and green. So 5. Hello, hi, hi. Oh, and you have done something to the. Close that, okay? We're just gonna close that. So 3 colors, 5 colors, and 4 colors. So that is what I'm going to be working on this week. And like I said, if you want to join me, let's do this. Comment below. I don't know if I have a community tab yet. I might have to look and see. I am not going to post the pattern for the original real card deck, but I don't know if y'all want to do a screenshot. I don't know if I can get that clear enough and fit it in the. I feel since this is Counterfeit and they lied to me, I'm gonna share it. All right, so there we go. So the real card decks, the flower pattern, and the original Granny Square card deck by Claire Montgomery, I will not be posting the patterns or the charts on here. So I feel that's just the right thing to do, since apparently Claire was getting, you know, they scammed her by making the counterfeit decks. And we're going to go with that. So I am going to put together a little bit of me. Let's see, I already showed you guys this one. I don't remember, did I post? If I have already posted the video of me making this one, I will link it below. So if you don't see me making this after this in the video, go down below to find the link. I will also link for the one I did on this one with really bad camera angles and stuff. I apologize, but now I have the tripod. I have the mount for my phone on my table. So hopefully I can get some better footage of me making these squares. And I know that I filmed this just the other night, so it has not been posted. So you will get to see me make for sure this one. And then come back next time I post. I am not giving a day yet. Who knows? It might turn into Fridays. Fridays might be Granny Square. I like alliterations, but I've got to figure out, because there's only the one F in the flower card deck for Friday, but follow along Friday for Granny Square card decks? I don't know. Do you have ideas for a good series title that hasn't been done elsewhere? We could do is it real, is it counterfeit, or is it a Flower Friday? Now things are just rambling out of my mouth. Next Friday will be surgery day for my mom, so I should have everything filmed and ready to post. I'm not sure what my posting schedule is going to be in the next upcoming time frame after that, because I will be her after she is released. She will probably be in the hospital for 4 or 5 days, and then when she comes home, it will be me being her caretaker and you know, hanging out with her until she is well enough and strong enough to, you know, take care of herself. But you know what? That's my mama. And I love my mom so much. So yes, I volunteer as tribute. I will do whatever it takes to get her back on the healthy side. So okay, that is going to be it for this portion of the video. I don't know if I will do a coffee in the... I should do a coffee in the morning, since this Thursday morning's coffee got deleted. Lesson learned. Until I see it on the Facebook, do not delete it from my phone, or double check that it's in my Google Drive. I'm honestly thinking of getting a just getting another new phone that has a decent camera. It doesn't have to be fancy. I just want one that has a decent camera and no memory taken up by everything else. I don't know, we'll see. I have a digital camera, but that wasn't working for me. It was too much going from the camera, taking the card out, putting it in the reader, putting it in the laptop, which right now I'm not really sure where the laptop is, and then editing. I like editing on my phone using CapCut and just Studio on my phone. I don't know, I've got to figure out a better way to have the footage, to edit the footage, to upload the footage, to not lose the footage or have it stop recording because I have reached maximum capacity in my phone, even though I take off there's so much that I have taken off my phone. I don't keep the videos on there anymore, but yet it's so full. So if anyone has any suggestions on how to help me in this situation, leave them in the comments. If it's a link to other people's videos where they're giving information, please share. Please share. And I will tomorrow. Hi, Ruben's not in the office, so I need to be in there and make sure we've got a workshop that's going. So I'm going to make sure everything is set up. And then guess what? It's Friday and it's a 3-day weekend. Because Monday is MLK Junior Day. So, it'll give me some crochet time. And also I've got a couple Happy Mails to open. So maybe that will be for Saturday's video, but my Amazon order came today. I know there's something else. I think it's getting delivered tomorrow. Do I remember what it was? No. Yeah, I have no idea. In fact, I think, you know what? I am not going to do a coffee for this video. I just made the decision now because I know I'm going to be busy tomorrow. And I already have enough of a time doing my work from 9 to 5. Editing my videos, uploading my videos, putting the description in, and all of that. So if I can have that part done, I'm not going to get it done tonight, but I will. I will make it work, y'all. This video hopefully will be up before midnight, Friday night, but either way, I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you've had fun hanging out with me. And if you want to join along and do some granny squares with me, I don't know what I'm going to do because look, these are not the same size. The flower versus the square. So I will probably have to block these, right? And then since I'm using acrylic on these, I will use the steamer. I think that's how it's done. So I will be learning all kinds of new things to do with this series. But that's what it's all about. I am loving learning new things, getting to know new friends, rambling on after I've already said to have a great day and make it a great day. Love you guys. I will see you next time. Mwah! Bye! I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's snowing. We're getting a little bit of snow here. So, but I am walking into the building, so I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, I'm in the office. We've got a small workshop today, so not big enough to get catering in. So it's my turn to make coffee. Have y'all ever used these pouches from Folgers? We just get them on Amazon. They come in a pack like this, but then you don't have to worry about spilling coffee grounds everywhere. So you just put it in your coffee filter holder thingy. That is the technical name for this, coffee filter holder thingy. All right, and then you just make some coffee. Another thing I like about these, you don't have to worry about loose coffee grounds. Because, you know, there's always a couple that like to escape and get into your coffee. Not with this. Alright, so I'm gonna let that sit there. And now let's make our coffee. Right? I've still got a half hour before their meeting starts, so. Salted caramel. Since you didn't get to see yesterday's coffee, this is almost the same thing. This one is almost, oh, it's giving me a lot of air. And I don't have any more caramel macchiatos here at the office, but I still have caramel. Should we do a pretty pour? I don't know if I've done a pretty pour in a while. I am going to take this coffee upstairs and then go sit at my desk and work. But it's Friday and it's a 3-day weekend, so it's all good. I'll be back. Okay, they are all set upstairs. I took the pot of coffee and all the goodies upstairs with it. And the gal that is leading this training or meeting, or I guess it's more of a meeting, she doesn't work here, but they just use our facility and bring things in because it's early childhood educators and stuff. So I, you know, we get the room for her, we make the coffee, set up the Zoom. She brought me a present. She brought me a little gift bag. I'm like, you didn't have to do that. This is my job. It's what I do. But it's just a cute little notebook. Look, it's an everything bagel. Nom, 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 nom. So, and it's just lined paper. So this is super cute. Can never have too many notebooks. All right, so Hi Ruben is out this Friday for the 4-day weekend. The boss just went upstairs because he's got another meeting with our blindness skills specialist. So it's just me here in the office, and I got work to do. But let me show you. Okay. I have work to do, but let me show you 2 things that I'm working on. So, this one, I just started it the other day because I brought in that hot bowl. I made ramen at home in that glass bowl, and it's not sitting here. It's already, I took it home. I've got another one under the cabinet here. But I was thinking, for, you know, occasions when you got to carry glass bowls with hot liquid in it. So I started making a just a bowl cozy, and I just now got to the right size width-wise, and I probably could have used a bigger hook because it's kind of wavy, but I figure once you set the bowl in it, it'll flatten it out. But I'm at the point now where it's at the right width. So from here on out, I'm just gonna go up and build the walls so that it gives you a little, like a little pot holder to hold your bowl, a little bowl cozy, if you will. And then last night, when I should have been going to bed, but something has been like in my brain saying, you want to make this, you want to make this. I saw one, I think it was on a I don't remember, because I had popped onto the TikTok to pull down that first video, you know, that I shared the other day. And, you know, as soon as you open TikTok, things just start playing. And it was a video of the jester hat. And then I'm on, you know, watching my YouTubes, and lo and behold, Ella over at No Catchy Name Crochet, she made one too. So I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to make it since the first time I saw it. So it's gonna be a of course it's going to be what will this pattern look like in the Red Heart all-in-one granny square yarn. And this color is Bravery, Courage, Valentia. But look at these beautiful colors. So I just started doing the hexie because it's one hexagon that they make into the jester hat. So I started. Aren't these colors just beautiful? But yeah, you just take your hexie, and instead of folding it into an L like you would if you were making a cardie or a roller skate or an ice skate. That looks like an ice skate. So many things you can do with hexagons, but this one you fold it in half this way, and it's going to be a jester hat. It's going to be so much fun. And you know me, I love hats now. All right, but that is what I have project-wise with me. We won't talk about the 500 projects at home that aren't done. And I'm charging up a new set of headphones. I went ahead and got another of the ball ones because these that I have been using, apparently they don't sound so great when I'm on the phone with people. So Sam told me that there's like a high pitch sound that comes through, like a little feedback, and it just doesn't sound good. So I'm hoping, because I think my videos sound good when I am going through and editing them, but if I ever have bad sound quality on my videos, please tell me. Just you know, let me know, hey, you know that one where you were doing this, it sounded like you were in a whirl, or we could barely hear you. Sometimes you can barely hear me because I whisper because I'm filming where others are, but yeah, so we'll see if the new headphones work any better. And I am going to make a I'm going to make a smaller version of a carrying case with a longer cord so I can wear it over my neck, because to put the little, can you see these two little holes right there? That's where you're supposed to thread the neck lanyard through that, and it doesn't go very well. So I'm just going to make my own little holder lanyard for it. And this has worked well for me. I know where I can find it. I see it in my bag, even though it's not like this bright green one would be hard to miss, but I think it's just more contained this way. All right, I'm gonna get to work and I'm gonna drink my coffee. Oh yeah, because I'm only here next week for 2 days, because Thursday is pre-op day, so we'll be doing stuff, and then Friday, oh, that reminds me, I need to get my laptop ready. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back. It's a little windy out. y'all. It is Friday night, and there is a cat like right there. Hi. Hi-yo. Mwah. Thank you. It's a good girl. All right. I have been trying to edit this video and stay awake. So I realized I didn't film the outro, so I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys to have a great day, to make it a great day, and find your joy. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Hi, bye. And there's your chaos. Love you. Mwah. Bye.